Hey, it's the Rooster, Bobby Leach for the TimesWeekly.com. The Lincoln Way West Warriors opened their season 3-3 and have since ripped off 5 straight wins, but none more impressive than Saturday's 31-15 whipping of number 1 seed Kaneland in front of their home crowd. The Warrior defense was absolutely sensational, racking up 8 sacks on the afternoon and blanking the favorites 31-0 until late in the fourth quarter when the reserves took the field. A star was born as well Saturday, an all-purpose, do-everything senior Levante Blackfell, who was a one-man wrecking crew as he racked up 317 all-purpose yards to go with his 2-touchdown performance in the win and generally kept the Warriors in command. For their efforts, West will host Joliet Catholic for a 5A quarterfinal showdown this Saturday afternoon at 1 p.m. JCA has proven to be a buzzkill for the Warriors, who have hit that brick wall in each of their last 2 seasons as the Hilltoppers have set them packing with a loss in both playoff appearances. If the Warriors can keep the train going against one of the most prolific offensive backfields in the state championship appearance could be in the making, but first they'll have to face their nemesis, JCA, and get over the hump that has stopped their last 2 seasons. But I see where you've been. You've been in the end zone an awful lot this year. I mean, that was a phenomenal performance, single-handedly. You know, how great does that feel to knock off a 1 seed, but to do it the way you did it?
It feels great. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it was a team effort. It was a tough game. You know, team stuck together. Once we hit on all cylinders, no team can stop us. I'm sure of that.
Where'd you get those moves? I mean, my God, everybody knew you were going to get the ball. Everybody knew when you touched the ball, but. You just got that extra gear that just outrun everybody.
Great blocking. I mean, it's a team effort. I mean, the receivers block well, O-line block well. I mean, I did the easy part. Hit the sideline, kept my speed up.
So next week you got the team from Rudy, right? I mean, you got the Joliet Catholic Hillman. I mean, all the tradition, all the stuff. Are you intimidated after knocking off a 1 seed?
No.
I mean, you got Ty Isaac over there too, giving you a run for your money.
We want him. We definitely want him. I mean, our defense has played great the whole year, and we plan to keep that up next week, no matter who we play. I mean, if it's JCA, then JCA got to prepare for this defense.
It's tough. All right. I mean, there's the fact that hey, we're a 1 seed. We shouldn't be getting knocked off by these guys, but then, their defense just kept coming after you, really put some pressure on you tonight. And the secondary looked like they had good coverage downfield, so you couldn't get rid of the ball quick.
Yeah. I mean, they had a good defensive game plan. They knew what we like to do, and they kind of played against it. Their defensive line did a really nice job, and then in the second half when we became one-dimensional, we didn't. They knew what we were doing every play, so it's kind of easier for them. So hats off to them. We played a good game.
Hey, I made the mistake of calling you a senior because you kind of play like one. I'll just give you that much, all right? Because you're a pretty tough kid. Take that kind of a beating that you took, and keep popping up and popping up and popping up, But talk about how much, how much is this sting now, and how much motivation will this create for next season?
Well, I mean. It definitely hurts right now a lot, but as a team, we didn't. This is not where we wanted to be, and we wanted to go a lot further than this. So I'm sure all the guys that are coming back next year will come together, and it'll be extra motivation. We'll know we're not going to go on the second round next year.
We can all talk about. We can dice and slice and this game up over and over and over again. At the end of the day, you just scored. You get a shot for a 2-point conversion. I seen you come around the outside. You were looking at that kid in the end zone like, dude, I'm trucking you. And you came in, and it was almost like every play, every chance that you had going down the stretch, you made the most of it. And that's ultimately what you wanted to walk away from, even in a loss.
Yeah, I mean, I wasn't gonna just go down without a fight, and until that final horn sounded, I wasn't not just gonna quit on my team. I believed in them. You know what? We're down 31. I still believe in them. I mean, just didn't go our way today.
Talk a little bit about, this team. You haven't lost many games. You haven't lost many football games, but your coach said, hey, listen, we got to a point in this game where we had to keep throwing the ball. We had to get away from our run. And once they made us one-dimensional, it was tough, and we did that all season long to teams.
Yeah.
So talk a little bit about that and Lincoln Way West defense.
They were tough. They came with a good game plan and felt like they always had something to counteract us. But, I mean, our coaching staff did their best, and so did theirs, and you know what, things just didn't happen our way today.
So the League West defense today,
Yeah,
just, 8 sacks on your guy.
Well, what we looked on the film, that we saw that their defensive line was really good. So we knew that we had our hands full. And there was a couple plays in the first half that we could have, if we would have hit on it, I think it might have been a different game, but it didn't go our way. And we kind of got into a situation where we couldn't run the ball anymore. And then, you know, that was to their advantage because those guys up front are quick and they can get after the passer. So it just kind of snowballed after that.
You know, every year Kaneland is a top program in the state. You know, how frustrating is it to get to this point? I mean, you had a big win against Morris. You know, you had 10-0. You had everything seeming to go your way, and then it just takes one quarter and it throws it off the season.
I'm not going to say this one doesn't hurt, but you know, and this bracket is stacked. There's a lot of great teams, and anything can happen on any day. And we knew that going in, and they deserve it. They beat us, and you know, that defensive line just did a heck of a job.
Talk about your backup quarterback. I'm assuming, presumably a junior on Carlson.
Yeah.
What an arm! What an athlete! You guys, it's not like you're not going to come back next year with anything to play.
Too. So Drew was playing with a broken thumb. So all I got is good things to say about Drew. Ty had to come in when we played Sycamore, and he started and played that whole game, and we won. So we got 2 really good guys. But I can't say enough about Drew hanging in there with a broken thumb for the last 4 weeks. He's got to go get surgery now after this. So he's a tough kid.
Just knocked off a 1 seed. You know, setting up a big contest for you next week, seemingly at home against JCA. They knocked you out last year. You got to feel pretty good about yourself, first-year head coach.
Well, we got a great staff. The defensive guys are unbelievable. You know, I've worked with several of them for, you know, most of my life and coached several of them. The players are unbelievable. I mean, you saw the way they run to the ball and the way they work on defense, the way the O-line works and the way we get after it. They're a special group of kids. I'm really proud of them. I couldn't be prouder to be their head coach.
This team shows up next week. Theoretically, they could beat Joliet Catholic. I think you're not intimidated by the Hillmen.
Yeah, I haven't even thought about them. I'm going to enjoy this one for a little bit, and here in a couple hours we'll get started on JCA. But you know, they're obviously a fantastic tradition, and they've done a lot of things. You know, we're only in year 4, but you know, we'll show up.